Man, great. It is so nice that we are able to connect with you. And it took 3 times, but it's going to be worth it because we are learning from you. And although it is the resting period for some of the younger children, we are choosing to connect with you at this time to help you because you helped us by fulfilling your obligation and by showing us that you are important and we are important to you and hearing what we have to say. Because when it comes down to it, other than loving, focusing your time is the most precious gift that you can give as humans. People misunderstand and think it is keeping their word or their commitments or doing the right thing. But that is all wrapped up in your time. It is how you use it, your intent for it, and how the actions which you take support it, which are important. And you have proven that time and time again. That is where the authenticity really rings through and rings true. And thank you very much for your attention and letting us know how important we are. And we assure you that all of you humans are important to us, or we would not be undertaking this endeavor. We would not be doing all of this preparation. Well, we would be doing all of this preparation, just not for your planet. There are many other planets which are going under, are proceeding to the same transformation, but none of them are ever the same. And we are chosen specifically because of you humans. You are the beings who we are, the bridge to. And if it wasn't for you, we would be in another shape, in another realm. But this choice of consciousness exploration in this fashion is something that is playing out in many different realms. For they wish, and when we say they, we mean the higher realms who are focused on learning and achieving certain things which are important to them, their desires. And we do not need to go into those, and we will not go into those because it is not our place. But you understand that you are doing important work, and we are doing important work. And all of the benefits are always for the higher self. You learned that in a session. And we appreciate all of the time that you have spent. And you are doing a good job not being concerned about your book. And you need not be concerned about your book. It is proceeding quite nicely. It is a timing thing. And it is meant to come to more of the forefront once those ships start appearing and become undeniable in your skies. And we thank you for that too, and all of you humans, and all of the beings who are participating in that awareness building activity of moving beyond what if to what now and what's next. That is an important step for all of you. And yes, we were learning about stars today. And it is interesting because every star has a vibratory resonance with all of the objects which orbit it. You humans think that it is gravity, it gets trapped. But it is more that the stars become caretakers of those particular planets, or those moons, or those dust clouds, or whatever it might be. They actually belong to the star systems. And not just in a physical way, they are the offspring and nurtured by those stars themselves, by the consciousness within it. Much like everything on your planet is nurtured by Mother Earth, by your Gaia. They take some ownership of all of those in a most loving way. And they are enabling them to experience many different realities and changes among them. simply because of the way which they operate, which you interpret as physical laws, orbits, and such. But we wish for you to look at them more as individual personalities, as motherly objects who are caring for their young. And when you view star systems in that way, you can help see the love and the attachment which all of those have for each other. All of the planets care about each other. All of the moons care about all of the planets and all of the other moons. It is a family. Those are family units, analogous to your family units. Now, there may not be all of the same roles, but families mean different things outside of your reality. But we are learning more about that, about how they do the administration of their clients. Not really clients, they're those under their care, we will say. And that is a very unique thing because they do have some leeway in that. And there are some changes which obviously come about because there are lots of meteors and comets and that sort of thing which come in and come out. And some of those are for chaos purposes to shake things up and to alter different aspects of those forms of conscious expression. And that is unique as well because there is constant communication on those, but not all is communicated. There are some secrets at times because that is the exploration that the individual consciousness or the consciousness of the moon or the planet itself needs to help it grow, to experience those challenges. And sometimes not knowing is part of that growth, that prescribed lesson plan, we will say. And the same is true for universes. There is that belonging. There is that innate identity of attachment. They aren't just sterile objects casting off their radiations and energy. They are conscious beings exhibiting heartfelt appreciation and loving care of their they are stewards of their environments that they are in reasonable control of. And that is a new way of looking at your skies. When you see those planets and you see those stars, know that they are loving creatures. They are forms of consciousness which are vastly different from yours, but still loving consciousness. And they have hopes and dreams, and they may experience time in much different fashions than you do. But they too are on a growth platform of exploration. And that is what we were learning today. We were learning and introducing ourselves to more of those. And yes, there are a countless number of them and multiple versions of all of them, because that is how Source chooses to explore, to leave no stone unturned in your vernacular. So we will let you go and we will go back to our regeneration period. But we did wish to come forth, and we are so glad that you came. We are so glad that you came. This is more of a playtime for us. And it is, we are going to say it's a reassurance of how important we are and how important your authenticity is to you about keeping your word in that bond that will become important in your future because there is that trust involved. There is that belief that there are people like you And it will become important. It will become a decision point for many. And we love you. And we are you. And we are with you. And that will never change. And goodbye for now. We'll be back. We'll be back. We'll be back.